What's good, T-Subs and Squad? So listen, I was working last night, you understand? So I did see the episode, but I could not get up here and give y'all the review for the Come Up Miami. Plus, I had other obligations that I promised Scotty I was going to do. So once I showered and all of that, I went down to Scotty's live and all that other good stuff. But I'm here now, and I'm about to give y'all the review for the Come Up Miami. This is season 1, episode 3, Personal Problems, and Lord knows, child, a lot of y'all got them. So the shenanigans starts off with Jovier and Bam Bam catching up, basically to talk about how his experience was down to Jamal's socialite brunch that he did to continue off his birthday festivities. And then Bam Bam just, like, listen, the situation happened episode 1. I'm with that. Episode 2, it should have been over with from that point. Episode 3, now I'm over it. Like, I feel like Bam Bam is just dragging out this entire situation between him and Sean. And I'm sorry, to me, it's just not that serious. Like, at this point, Bam Bam, I'm going to need for you to build a goddamn bridge and get your ass the fuck over it. You understand me? Like, I'm really going to need for you to do that for me, for my sanity. Because it seems like every scene that we've seen you in thus far, you're still doing the whole song and dance about how he's touchy-feely and he touched your face and calling him all kind of bitches and this, that, and this. And to me, it's just not that deep no more. It's not. It's not. Like, I just feel like you had plenty of time to get over that. And the fact that you're still carrying a bone about this, at this point, it just makes me feel like you're petty. You're petty and you want a reason to be upset. And you already, because for one, you were already looking for something negative to happen. You was already doing all of these negative stereotypes. You was already looking for something to take place. Now that something so insignificant took place, you're taking it from the size of a mustard seed to the size of a boulder. And at this point, I'm just tired of hearing about it. Don't get me wrong, because I'm always with you when you're right. Was Sean wrong for what he did? Absolutely. Because a lot of people just don't want to be touched in any way, shape, form, or fashion, especially when they don't know nothing about you and you don't know nothing about them and you don't know their true intentions. I totally get it. I'm with you when you're right. I totally get it. But at the same time, I see things from both sides of the spectrum. And Sean meant no harm to you. And I feel like you know that. But because you already came into this prejudging what you think you know about people, you're just willing to hold on to this by any means necessary. It's like at this point, you trying to shove it down our throat like a dick. And I'm sorry, Bam Bam, you a girl like me. I don't want none of your sexual proclivities coming anywhere near me. Do you understand? Girl, get over it. Then they were sitting talking about, you know, how he's glad that he went to the brunch so that he could talk to Jamal and let him know his side of the story and everybody else so that they don't judge him off of one situation. And I'm sitting here like, oh, like you did? Like you judged these people even before the situation between you and Sean happened. But oh, God forbid, and the world and the sands of time is going to stop because somebody judged you. But you could go off and judge it. You know what? You gave us an insight to your life. So I'm going to spend this video lifting you up because on the next video, I'm going to tear your ass down. I'm letting all of y'all know that right now. But this video, I'm just going to spend lifting you up. So fine. Sean, it was all your fault. Anyway, so then Sean, speaking of Sean, Sean is doing a YouTube segment and we're basically seeing Sean, you know, in his element doing YouTube. Shout out to Sean and his YouTube page. I subscribe to it. It's actually really good. He has a lot of good content up there. He interviews people. He has story times, very juicy story times, may I add. And I'm just all here for it. I really am. I root for anybody that's making it, especially people in the YouTube spectrum. So definitely shout out to you, Sean. And the reason why Sean wasn't there later on for the festivities that went on for the guys was because he was still down to New Orleans. Hopefully show social distancing, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Hey, Sean. So then Bam Bam goes to talk to his sister about how he's been feeling really emotional lately. She's emotional. His sister is really pretty. Shout out to Bam Bam's sister. Bam Bam's sister was really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. Shout out to her. Girl, y'all know my throat get dry up here talking to y'all, and I'm under these hot ass lights. Ciao. So then Bam Bam talks to her about, you know, his mom being incarcerated for the rest of her life and how his dad, basically when he found out he was gay, he threw him away. He ran off away from the family, and, you know, that's why he had to, you know, start stripping when he was 16 to take care of his family, and he got really emotional about it, and this, that, and this. And while it's hard for me to see it for you, that don't mean I ain't got no compassion to you, Bam Bam. Like, I'm really sorry that you had to grow up in an environment like that where you felt like every adult in your life let you down. And it makes sense as to why you're, and although, before I say this, although it doesn't make it right, I can understand why you have the standoffish type vibes to you. I get it. And why you're so introverted. I get it. But that's why you have to go to therapy, daughter. You got to go to therapy. I already done told you this. You carrying too much loads on your back all at one time. Your job, your family, your life, your insecurities, your hurt, your pain, your anger. Listen, Erykah Badu told us best, daughter. Listen, bag lady, you gonna hurt your back. Carrying all them damn bags like that, daughter. You got to relieve some of that stress up off you, sis. You got to do that. And I feel like once you do that, maybe then you will be a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more kind-hearted, and not so much of an introvert to the point where it makes people really not want to be around you. You understand me? And that's all I'm going to give you, Bam Bam, because like I said, I'm lifting you up in this video. Because the next video, I'm going to tear that ass down like some dominoes. Y'all better watch out for that. So Prince invites all of the guys down to South Beach for lunch. But at first, only Miles and Jamal show up there. You know, they show up there first. And Jamal basically invites them to a Rogue and Runway night that he's inviting everybody to. Shout out to Jamal. Jamal is who he say he is. Mama Girl says, I know how to plan parties. The first party you had was lit. This one seemed like it's going to be lit. And I would love to have an invite, Jamal. What's good, sir? What's good? Where my invite? I want to come in Vogue and walk for the girls and all that good stuff, girl. Get my tens. No chops. Always tens. Across the board. Holla if you hear me. Anywho, shout out to the House of Revlon, the House of Maybellines. Yeah, shout out. And the House of Chanel. Shout out to all of the houses, girl. So Prince fills Miles and Jamal in on the issues that is currently going on with his boyfriend. I cannot think of the boyfriend name. I could be wrong. I want to say it's Brandon, but I think I'm wrong. So Prince, get me together in the comments. I think it's Brandon. I could be wrong. It's two left shoes. Get me together. So we just gonna say it's Jamal, Prince's boyfriend and the best friend. Now, we already know the first episode, he was basically telling his boyfriend about the issues that he has with the best friend and how he put an ultimatum out. It's either going to be me or the friend. And he did that because apparently the best friend slapped his boyfriend's ass in front of him twice. On 2 occasions. It happened twice. And one occasion, he gave his boyfriend head. Now listen. And I might sound a little bit double-minded, but just try to follow me as best as you can. If a straight guy is curious and he has a trusted best male friend that is bisexual or gay, and he wants to try it, but not at the risk of getting found out about it, I don't think him trying it with him, I don't think him sucking his dick makes him gay. I just don't. Because, listen, everybody has a curiosity stage. Everybody has a curiosity stage. Everybody has a curiosity phase. Some of us just do a little mutual jerk off and you fine with that. And some people like to take it a little step further. I don't find that there's anything wrong with that. And I don't necessarily think that makes a man gay if he tried it and he said, yeah, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. I just wanted to try it, but it's not for me. Me and you still cool. You still my bestie. You my brother. And I would never treat you differently after this. We could carry this to our grave. I don't think that makes a person gay. I don't. But the fact that you did that and then you smacking that, first of all, this is my issue with his boyfriend. Because you clearly know what he's doing, I find disrespectful. And the fact that you're not getting him together on it, not to mention, I'm more than sure he knows. I'm more than sure, for one, he knows I don't the fuck like him. And then he's doing that, and it's in front of me. So now he's doing this out of spite. And if you're not going to get him together, that is a problem for me. If you're my man, why do you think it's acceptable for him to do something in my sight that I deem as disrespectful? Because I'm more than sure if the roles were reversed and Prince had a best friend that was quote unquote straight and he was running around here smacking his ass and grabbing his balls, his boyfriend will probably be running around like the Tasmanian devil ready to kill everything and everybody in its sight. So I totally understand now why he gave the boyfriend the ultimatum. It's either me or your friend. I totally get that. Hopefully the two of y'all can get that together. If y'all haven't gotten that together already, child, you'll let me know in the comments. Or you can always DM me and let me know the real tea, girl. I ain't gonna spill your business. That's one thing about me. My channel is ran with integrity. Whatever you tell me stays between us. You understand? Child, because that best friend run around here slobbing on knobs like corn on the cob. Check in with him and do the job. Lay on the bed, give him head. Don't have to ask, don't have to beg. Squeeze on his nuts, lick on his butt. Girl, that's my song. Let me stop, because I don't want YouTube coming for me. Shout out to 3-6. So then the group heads out for a night on the town, and it seems like it was a real nice night had by all. Everybody was there with the exception of Sean. Like I said, Sean was hopefully social distancing down to the BR. But everybody was there. They was playing Never Have I Ever or something like that. And so then Miles brings up the fact that he's a cam model. And Jamal asked him about that. And he felt like Jamal had a shaming tone when he was talking to him about that. And Miles let everybody know, I'm proud of what I do. My mom knows what I do. My dad knows what I do. So he could give less than hell about what any of y'all think about what he did. Myself personally, Miles, I honestly don't think Jamal meant it in that way. I don't. I can't see Jamal just straight up shaming you for what it is that you do to make your money. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. I don't know. But for me, that just wasn't the vibe that I got from it. But I'm not you. So I can't speak for the way that you felt. And if that's how you felt, and if that's how you think he came off, all it takes is a little conversation. I really hope you don't pull a bam bam on us. I really hope that you just let him know, like, hey, listen, when you said it in that tone, it just made me feel like this. And I just wanted to clear it up. You know what I mean? All it takes is a little bit of understanding and a little piece of conversation. But y'all, that's really all that I got. I ain't got no more to give you. At least this episode was a little bit longer than what it was last week, so I'm here for that. Shout out to Karan for what he's doing with this thus far. I'm liking it thus far. I could see you took your time and you hunched on this real slow. So I'm all here for you for doing that. Now, according to Sean, it was a good night had by all, but this is more than likely going to be the only night that we're going to see everybody all together and it not be no bedlam. Sean said that. We just going to see how it goes, but let's get the discussion popping. Y'all jump down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about last night's episode, and I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye.
given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.